The real big news story this week, and it was really breaking Friday when we were recording last week's show, is that the state of Illinois has officially passed through the legislative process adult use commercial laws and rules. They are really the first state to implement a commercial use adult regulation system. Vermont had previously done a legislative law, but it really is limited to home grow and individual use. This is the first state to really pass through the legislative process system of commercial licensing and taxation for cannabis businesses for adult use and recreational consumption. Illinois has a really interesting law. I'm not going to go through the real nuances of it, but there's a big emphasis on social equity, and there's a big emphasis on craft and smaller business models under Illinois' laws. They're being very optimistic. They're thinking that some of the first adult use sales in Illinois might start as early as January 1st, 2020. So it's going to be really exciting to see the second state in the Midwest implement an adult use program. That brings us up to 11 states in the United States that allowed adult use in some form. The other big story we wanted to report on this week is an update bulletin that just came out from MDARD, or the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. They have some numbers for the industrial hemp agricultural pilot program. Basically, they have received 331 applications for grower licenses and 223 licenses for what they call processor handler licenses. And MDARD's reporting that there is approximately 25,000 acres of agricultural land right now licensed in the state of Michigan to cultivate industrial hemp. So it sounds like that pilot program has been very successful. There's still time to look into and apply if you are interested in cultivating industrial hemp under the pilot program for the 2019 growing season. We did a whole show on it a few weeks ago. You can find more information if you go to MDARD's website. You can just search for MDARD and industrial hemp. The application process is very straightforward, and I'd encourage you to look into it if you have any interest there. Just another news story kind of related to industrial hemp cultivation out of Grand Rapids. The Grand Rapids Farmers Market has determined that they're not going to allow the sale of industrial hemp products for the short term, given that they're citing there's no real clear, concise way to vet the products there. As far as we could tell in our research over the last few days, that's really the first kind of reaction to the pilot program. It's just an interesting one. We'll continue to watch the rollout of industrial hemp and how both municipalities, private businesses, and the economy in general reacts to how the ag pilot program is going to roll out here in Michigan. That's it for the news today. Let's dive into our topic on social use.